This is Chapter 9, Statistical Measures, and this is 9.1, Introduction to Statistics. Statistics is the science of collecting, organizing, analyzing, and interpreting data. A statistical question is one for which you do not expect to get a single answer. So you would expect a variety of answers, and you are interested in the distribution and tendency of those answers. So we're going to look at a few and determine, is this a statistical question or not? How many countries start with the letter Z? For this one, there would only be one answer, so you can think of it, is there a right and a wrong answer? If there is just one answer, then it is not a statistical question. How much does a bag of chips cost at the grocery store? Now this one, it depends which grocery store you go to. Depends what brand you buy. So there are a variety of answers. This is a statistical question. If we say, what are the hair colors of students in your school? There's not just one right answer. The hair colors will vary, so this is a statistical question. If we say, how many desks are in the room? There's one right answer. This is not a statistical question. Now we have something called a dot plot. This uses a number line to show the number of times each value in a data set occurs. It shows the spread and distribution of a data set. So let's say you record the high temperature every day for a little while during the summer. Then you create a dot plot. Here is your dot plot. Find and interpret the number of data values in the dot plot. If you count all those little dots, you would see that there are 28 dots, so that means that you collected data for 28 days, which is 4 weeks. How can you collect the data? You can use a thermometer, and the units are in degrees Fahrenheit. Write a statistical question that you can answer using the dot plot. One possible question would be, what is the daily high temperature in the summer? You would have to have it answered where it is spread out. About half of it is near 81, and about half of it is near 86 degrees. Here's another question for you. It says, your teacher asks you, what is the mass of a typical mouse? You conduct a science experiment on house mice, and you use the data in the table to answer the question. So, we have all this data here, and I'm going to make a dot plot with it. So, when you make your dot plot, make sure your number line goes from the smallest value, which here is 18, up through the largest value, which in this case is 28. Then you are going to go systematically through here. You can cross off the numbers if you like. You can work column by column, row by row, and you're going to put all of your dots on your dot plot. Now in looking at this, I noticed a couple things. I have a cluster around 20, so a lot of dots are in this little area. I have a peak at 20, that's the highest one, but I also have a gap between 23 and 27. So those are a couple characteristics of this dot plot. So to answer the question, I would say a typical mouse has a mass of 20 grams. Because that is the highest one, there's a lot of dots around it, so average could be 20.